Hey guys, it's Ryan. I'm out here in a place that I've been at night, but I don't think I've been here during the day. And it's been a while since I've been back here anyway. And I wanted to come back here and show you guys some of this stuff because the other day when I was going out to the area where I've been trying to get them to show themselves to you, I noticed this stuff, and I thought it'd be neat to take a look at it and show you guys what I'm seeing. So anyway, right over here I have a huge tree bend, and before we even go over there and look at that, I'll show you guys all this stuff right here. There is a lot of little sticks and stuff like that, just kind of intertwined among each other right here on the bottom of this tree that is actually leaning up right there in the middle of that. On the little fork of that, it's hard to say if that originated there and just leaned over, and I'm not 100% sure that it did though, because down here it kind of looks like it was brought in and stuck there. And that is my dog. He's been following me everywhere lately. So anyway, let's go and take a look at this though. This spot is really neat, and if he'd quit making so much noise it'd be cool, but this spot is really interesting because it looks like there is a shelter here, and this area right in the middle is extremely cleared out. There's nothing right here where I'm standing. You know, it's just everything here is bordering this area like that. This tree bend right here, it's been there a while, I know, and I never noticed this one above it right here, and it's actually hooked underneath this little bitty, looks like what used to be a branch sticking out of there. But anyway, let's check this out. Right here at the bottom of this tree bend, we've got just tons of stuff. And something's been right here. Okay, definitely. Something has definitely been right here. This spot is extremely compacted. And you can tell the leaves don't crunch down like the other ones do. So anyway, right here, tons of stuff piled up on the top of that tree bend. That's the top part of it right here, and all this stuff is just piled right on top of it. I mean, a lot of stuff. And so you can go over this way, and you can see this appears to be some sort of either a barrier or a small shelter. I'm not really sure about it, but you can tell it's all been brought up here. It did not originate here. There's no stump holes, nothing right there. I mean, you can't tell of any breaking right here or anything, so I'd say it definitely was brought up and placed here like this. You can see it's placed on top of this tree that's going underneath it, and it's bent down. There's a stick hanging right there. Right there. And you see where it's hanging? Right here in the fork of this tree. Get you another angle on it. So anyway, but right here we've got tree bends right here underneath where this shelter is. Let me get around the other side so I'm not facing the sun. And you can see, you see where it's bent, laid over on those trees right there. And over here, there's a path right here. I can see something's cleared off the ground right there. And we've got leaves right here, but this tree is kind of broken down right here. I don't know if that's actually broken or bent or what, but this could possibly be a little shelter itself. And it looks like something has been in here. Let's check it out. See down here, it's all cleared out. There's leaves all around it. You could definitely hide something in there, and it would be very hard to see. It looks like something could have possibly been in there, though, right in that little area. I don't know, that's hard to say. But anyway, let's get back over here and show you guys some more of this stuff. Alright, right here, you can see there's just sticks piled up everywhere and laid across all these bins. One up like that, standing up, and then another one leaning onto it. And over here on the other side, or on down a little ways, we got all this stuff right here. And okay, I'm going to show you guys something. Okay, the only thing that has branches and stuff is right here. Okay, these twigs and all this stuff did not fall from anything up there. You can see, right, this is directly above it right here. Okay, there are no trees up there that would have shed these twigs into this spot right here. So that tells me that these were absolutely placed here. Okay, there's just way too many of them for it not to be, for one thing, and there's nowhere that it would have sourced from. So something put that there. Something laid all this on it. Okay. Now we got all this stuff down here at the bottom of it too, right there. And you can see this area is extremely dense. Okay, these woods back here, there's really no way to see through here because it's kind of in like a little bowl in the ground. It dips down like that. There's an embankment like right here, and I mean, there's my car right there. You can barely even see it. So you see it goes down into the ground, so it'd be a perfect place for them to hide. And on top of that, there's just nothing but trees and stuff lining the whole thing. And it's right beside a trail, one of my main trails, one of my roads that I can actually drive my vehicles on. Okay, so let's get down this way. And we've got an X right here. X shelter. Every time I find an X, I find some sort of shelter. Okay? It's happened every single time. There's no question that it has a lot of relevance to these shelters. Okay? X's always pop up where the shelters are. I've noticed that over the course of the last year and a half that I've been doing this, and every single time, nearly every single time. I will say though that there are some times that X's are off by themselves, and the ones that I find off by themselves are typically freestanding, like they are leaning against each other to keep them up, and it's hard to say why they're out there by themselves, but I've noticed that when I do find them like that, there are several of them, and I'm thinking that that is like the boundary marks their certain territories, because when you go past the X's, you will find other signs of them, and a lot of other signs. But that one right there is marking this. Okay. Every time I find a shelter, you find an X. There's a lot of stuff that I've figured out about these X's and stuff, and there's several variations of them that I have determined, and I'm gonna try to explain those one day. And I've learned all this just through having the opportunity to see them so frequently. I can see when new ones are made, where new ones are made, and knowing these woods so well allows me to notice things very easily that weren't there before, and that's one reason that I've been able to learn and figure out so much about this. Now, of course, I'm not 100% sure about any of it, but through deductive reasoning and logic, these are the things I've determined. Right here we've got a tree bent, and you can see it's the top's anchored right here. It's on that tree right there. It's hooked under a little branch on this little one standing up. There's also just tons of stuff piled up right here. Just a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, and you see we're moving back this way from, there's the tree bend where I started. We're moving back this way, okay? And right here is an extremely clear area, okay? This whole spot right here is clear. Now, I'm seeing a lot of trees on the ground. Like, for instance, you got this one right here. You got this one that's leaning over where that bend is, right there on the bend. You got this one right here. There's one right here. And it seems like it's kind of, also have these right here. It seems like it's kind of mapping out this one little cleared out area. Now I'm not sure about it, but there's something to it. I'm relatively sure about that. So anyway, let's go over here and see what we can find. Alright, right here, got sticks in the fork of this little tree where it's broken. Right there. And bunches of them on the ground. Now, I mean, stuff like that could have fallen. You know, there's pine trees right directly above. So stuff like that could have fallen. I'm not going to make a determination about that. But you can see right here how it's all just like kind of bordered off with all these trees. There's a trail right on the other side of that. And, or a road, I should say. And you can see, though, no one could see me right here. If they were driving along there, no one could see me, even if they were looking over. There's just no way. I'm well concealed right here. And it's also, there's a big hill right here, too. So, alright, right up here, I can see tree bends and stuff like that up there too. I don't know if I'm gonna hike up that far today, but I don't see anything really exciting at the moment up there. But I'm gonna go back this way just a little ways and see what else is back here. Try not to step on all this stuff. Okay. Here, this is interesting. Look at this. Okay, this did not originate here. That was brought in. Leaned through the fork of that. It's also leaning right up on the fork of that tree. Right there. And it's a pretty long tree. You can see where it starts and how it's supported right there. And it's going through that one. That's pretty interesting. Alright, heading back this way. Past it, I see some stuff leaned up in these trees. That thing, that's kind of weird. That looks like it's actually coming out of the ground. I mean, it may have grown that way, I don't know. Okay, but right here, we've got that tree leaned up, or that stick leaned up right there, right into the fork of this tree. And you got this one, and you've got this other stuff right here. These are different kinds of trees right here. This is not the same as that, and those had to have come from somewhere else because I don't see that type of tree anywhere around. So something brought those up and placed them there. Let's see what I can find back here a little ways. There's a tree bent right there. Nothing's anchoring it, and I mean that could be, you know, snow load or ice or something like that caused that. If it's not anchored, I don't really suspect much about it except nature. Nature doesn't pin them down to the ground. Not all over the place like I usually find them anyway. So, you know, it might happen here or there or something, but it doesn't happen, you know, 50 of them aren't like that in one, like, half-acre area. So that tells you something right there. There's ferns growing among all this. It's kind of weird to see green when you see nothing but brown on the ground. But there's a big ridge up there, and a good place for him to be checking me out right now. Right up there. I'll just scan around for a second and see. That noise you're hearing is my Yorkie. I don't know why he's taking such an interest in this with me. Trying to cover up the sun so it's not so brutal for you guys. Okay, I don't know. I don't see anything up there, but you guys might once this video is done. Alright. So anyway, there's a lot of neat stuff up here. This is for Sandy. She's one of my longtime viewers, and she wanted to see more of Bodie. My little Yorkie. He is a cute dog. He drives me crazy most of the time, but he is pretty cute. So there you go, Sandy. Thanks for watching for so long. There's some stuff right there in the fork of that tree. A lot of it just piled up. And I mean, that didn't fall there. Stuff like that. There's not that much stuff accumulates in the fork of a tree that low. There's just no way. Okay, I see something over there that looks like an X. And if it is, then I need to find out, because that would be pretty interesting. That looks like it might be an X on the ground right there. But there's a lot of pathways you can tell this has been walked, because the leaves, they're more compacted. They don't make as much noise as the places that you can clearly see that haven't been walked. It's very apparent when you see the places that have been traveled on. A lot of stuff laid over right there, or just laid down right there. I mean, I thought I saw something up that way just a second ago, like a black flash. Not a flash, but it moved very fast. I don't know. Anyway, let's head over this way a little ways. See what I can find over here. See another tree bent right where that stump is. I mean, that root is right there. Alright, so heading back up this way. Yeah, you can see trees bent over and leaned over and stuff like that up here. A lot of them. That tree bent down on that one. I don't know if that was made that way or if nature did that. But right here, we've got, go up this way a little bit. There's a snap tree right there. And nothing has fallen on it. You can see it's a snap. It's just something snapped that down. And something put all this stuff on it, I would say. It's one little dent branch right there. But yeah, I'd say something snapped that over for sure. Right here though, you can see there's another tree leaning up in the fork of a tree. Right there, another tree bend up there. Let's see this. Go back here a little ways. Something's been here too. The ground's very packed down. Yeah, look at that. And let's see. It doesn't look like that originated there, but down there on the bottom, it's all busted up right there. I don't know what that's about, but there's no telling what did that. Big tree bend up there, and I don't really want to walk that far up, so I'll see if I can zoom in on it for you guys. Let's see where I'm at. Okay, right there. Bent way over. All right, and let's see if there's anything else obvious over here, but I don't really see a whole lot right there. So let me head down this way a little bit. See what I can find here. There's tons and tons of sticks piled up on these bottoms of these trees. Tons of them. All right. I'm getting back over here to where it kind of clears out a little bit. And there's another tree bend right there. Pretty good one. Bent down, anchored underneath those sticks. Now, I had seen something that looked like an X over here somewhere, and I can't remember where it was. I got sidetracked a little too much, I think, but I'll find it. I want to know if it is, because if it is, that would mean that they have X's from each direction that you could approach it, and that would further conclude that they do that on purpose for shelters. So anyway, I tell you what, I'm going to go back up this way. I can see my car a lot better from down here too. So I don't know if they might have this place stay over here because you can see anything approaching from the trail, which would make a lot of sense. Briars all over the place right here. Take another route. Okay, right there. I got all zoomed in, sorry. Okay. Man, I don't know. But there's too many briars down here, though. I'm going to go back up this way. Little dog, he always kind of reminds me of a Sasquatch. A Wookiee.